Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. All praise, honor, and infinite glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Gakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone rule well. Inside teach the elect that pushes truth and all sincerity. Sincere shalom to the hopeful elect that's keeping their garments clean and doing the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. The word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for allowing me to do another video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about Esau's goal of a sick and sadistic cyber tech reality. All right, so in this video, basically, I just want to talk about a little bit that basically Esau, his goal, all right, he wants to have a society where everybody's a slave to him and everybody, is hooked up to the internet of things, okay? All right. He basically wants people to be a part of the internet. He wants people to be a part of technology, okay? You know, just as you have your phone, okay, you can use your phone to lock your door, okay? You can use your phones connected to your Apple Watch, whatever, okay? Connected to your TV, okay? It can be connected to your fridge, okay? These smart products and all that, okay, can be connected to see if you have a camera in your house. That network, okay? Esau wants to put people a part of that network, okay? You know? That's what Esau wants to do, okay? Because through that network, okay, is basically Esau's way of being as if he's like, it's as if it's his form of the spirit world, okay? There's all these different things, it's coming down to the network, okay? Communicating with each other, the internet, okay? You know? All right? All these communication, okay, and obviously they're using electrical, obviously they're using radiation, okay? It's part of the science of electrical engineering. That's part of that science, that discipline, I would say, not science, that discipline, okay? You know, using radio waves, different waves and all that, okay? Basically, that is Esau's attempt of being as if he's a power and he has invisible, which we'll call power, okay? Because the Most High obviously has his own way of communication. The Most High obviously speaks to us, okay? You know, and obviously through the Spirit, okay, we understand things, know things. But Esau, his style is by using, okay, you know, is by using, you know, electronics, okay? All right? You know, different radio waves, that science, okay? Discipline, okay? Discipline of electrical engineering, certain stuff that goes around that, electronics, okay? You know, and the Internet of Things, that interwoven web, okay, that communication, and it's invisible, okay, but it's obviously connected, okay, through different things connecting, talking to each other, like sending different signals, okay, you know, and it's invisible. That's basically Esau's style of acting like he's the Most High, okay? So Esau, okay, wants to control you. He wants to put a chip in you because he ultimately wants to be just like the Most High, where he can know everything about you, know your thoughts, okay? He can talk to you through and control your body, okay? All right? That's his form of trying to be like the Most High, okay? Now, China is very heavily into, obviously, technology, okay? And their society is going very far in the particular realm that Esau's very interested in, okay? You know? And the different things that they're doing, it's these particular things that they're doing in China is coming to America. Okay, you know. So we're gonna watch this video, okay, and it's giving some background on the different things that China does, okay, and these things are very similar, okay, and these things is what Esau desires, okay, this particular lifestyle, this artificial way of living, artificial style, okay, you know.
China has the largest video surveillance network in the world and plans to expand it to more than 600 million cameras over the next 2 years. With the rise in facial recognition and artificial intelligence, it feels...
Now, the cameras basically, Esau gets that design from the human eye, okay? So the scriptures talk about obviously how the Most High, his eyes are brighter than 10 times brighter than the sun, okay? So obviously the Lord sees every single last thing you're doing. So Esau is trying to be just like the Most High. These cameras are supposed to represent Esau's eye, okay? Literally watching you, all right? And seeing every last thing you do. I mean, it's that simple. Esau is just literally trying to be like the Most High in his version, a wicked version, demonic style.
More like someone is watching all those cameras at all times.
I'm in China, and I just got busted for jaywalking with facial recognition technology.
Stations like this one are part of a new plan by the Chinese government to publicly shame citizens caught breaking the law.
If you cross the street against the light, cameras with facial recognition technology will take a picture of your face, cross-reference it with your government ID, and then post it up there to embarrass you.
But China isn't embracing facial recognition just to catch jaywalkers. The technology...
You see how this style of living that they're doing? Okay, Esau, this is what he wants, okay? You know? Okay, this cyborg type of style, this style where it's so draconian like that, okay? You know? The Most High obviously sees every single sin that someone does, and obviously that person is going to be paid back for what they have done. They're going to be what you will call judged on all their works, whether it be good or evil, whatever the judgment may be, whether the Most High may have mercy on somebody, if that person repents, whatever it may be. The Lord sees everything and judges everything. So you see how basically they're judging you because you jaywalked, okay? So you think to yourself, oh shit, I can't jaywalk. I'm scared. You know? Just like how, but in the righteous sense, we're like, oh shit, I don't want to break the law, statutes, commandments. Okay, Lord, we know the Most High. Okay, He gives judgment. We don't want to break the law. We want to listen to exactly what the Lord says. But this right here, this is sadistic right here. This is right here is not the right. This is not right. Jaywalking. Okay, and it's funny because this is based on what? The Chinese law. It's not the law of the Most High. So these laws are draconian in death, but following the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, that's not draconian in death. Okay, what you'll call supposed to be doing, that's not what you will call that's not a burden, what you will say. How you could, a way I could say it, you know. Following the law is life. Okay. This right here, this is just draconian in death. Okay? So this is what Esau wants. Okay? He wants you to listen to everything he says. And the ultimate thing that he's going to do, obviously, is put that chip in you, because that chip is going to have all your information in it. Okay? He's to be able to regulate and know things about you. Okay? You know? Its ability to know emotions, that's not far-fetched. Okay? You know, Esau can literally just send a particular frequency through the chip, okay, to produce that particular emotion, because emotions, lots of it is in line with a particular frequency, a particular vibration, okay? So Esau can obviously just spread a particular frequency to have you to be in a particular mode, or to know what mood you may be in, okay? Or send a frequency through the chip, okay? And obviously our body has different frequencies and what you'll call, how would you say, different frequencies and different rhythms, okay? So Esau through the chip can send a pulse, whatever it may be, to shut a particular thing down or to cause a reaction of whatever he wants. So that's Esau's goal. He wants to literally control you, okay?
Starting to appear just about anywhere you can imagine. It helps make menu recommendations at your local fast food spot. You can also pay for your food with your face.
Doesn't matter whether you smile or not, even though it's called smile to pay. Even if you are wearing a wig or have a heavy makeup, it will still recognize you.
It even curbs waste of toilet paper at public bathrooms.
My gift. This is all I get for the next 9 minutes. And then I come back again, I try to get more.
Chinese tech companies are now at the cutting edge of developing new and sophisticated ways to do video analysis.
Right now we're going into Since Time, one of the biggest companies involved in developing that technology. Oh, that's me.
这个是我们的人脸识别的门禁，那它可以自动的识别人脸，然后方便员工进出。
And the subtitles are there because obviously the Google's talking.
而你站在门口，它很快就会把门打开。对于外来的人员来讲呢，他站在门口，门并不会打开。
So you know when someone's late?
所以我们也可以知道到底是每个人都是几点来几点走的。
Yeah, so basically, they want to keep track of everyone that's in there, okay? It's just giving more credence to obviously, what I'm saying. Now, let's get some scriptures. Now, let's begin with this. Is Malachi 1:4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall be called the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. Okay? So the reason why I got this is to hit home that Esau is the wicked. Okay? He's the wicked. All right? The border of wickedness. Wherever that guy is, okay? His borders are wickedness. That's where he is. That's where death is. Wickedness is. So Esau is the wicked. All right? This is Hebrews 12:16. Lest there be any fornicator, okay, or profane persons, Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. So Esau, obviously, selling out for some stew, okay? He sold his birthright, okay? The scripture says he despised birthright, okay? It's in Genesis, all right? He despised birthright and he sold it, okay? All right? He literally gave up literally the kingdom of heaven just because he wanted, all right, that damn stew, okay? All right? So that's a very pathetic and disgusting low life act, okay? And it says Esau, it's talking about Esau is he's the Mr. Fornicator, Mr. Profane, okay? There's no one more profane, okay, or more of a bigger fornicator than the Edomites, okay? All right, so Esau is what called the wicked, okay? And the people who the Lord has indignation forever, okay? So the Lord obviously has righteous anger for them, the Edomites, not just Esau, the one man, the Edomite nation, okay? Edom, Idawam, okay? The Lord hates them, and he has, well, let's prove that. Let's go back. Malachi 1 and 3. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. So the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, hates Esau, which is you so-called white people. Okay? So Esau is called the wicked. He is Mr. Fornicator. He's Mr. Profane, Mr. Twist everything. Okay? All right? That's him. Okay? So he's he's the devil. Okay? All right? And the reason why I brought those out is just to prove, obviously, him being the devil, okay? Him being, obviously, the number one evil, okay? He's a son of perdition, okay? So the scriptures talk about the son of perdition. Well, let's get to it. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So the man of sin, okay, has to be revealed, the son of perdition. So who is that? That's Esau, the wicked, Mr. Fornicator, Mr. Profane, Mr. Twist things, okay? Mr. Break every single commandment that's written in the scriptures, Mr. Anti-scriptures, Mr. Anti-Yahweh, Mr. Anti-Yahushai. That's the son of perdition. It's the Edomites, all right? Okay? And what is the talk about who the son of what they're going to do? Let's keep going. Who opposeth, okay, and exalteth himself above all that is called Yahweh, okay, or that is worshipped, so that he is as Yahweh, sitting in the temple of Yahweh, showing himself that he is Yahweh. So that's what the son of perdition is going to be doing, trying to be like the Most High, okay, all right. Mr. Profane, Mr. Wicked, the son of perdition is going to be trying to act like the Most High. So clearly the state of China, this is obviously what is in Esau's mind to do, what he wants to do, okay, is do all this control like that, okay, all right, you know, okay, so there you go. This is Revelation 13 and 16. And calls all, well, let's get back to the video, and then we'll get to that.
所以这个呢是我们的一个肢体检测、肢体识别的一个功能。这个是我们的一个会场迎宾签到的一个系统，那它可以作为你的牌子，并不需要说每次进出都需要刷卡，我们可以替代这么一个方式。
See, instead of actual card, see? Esau just wants to have it that electronic style, okay? You know? He wants it that style, okay? Invisible, like he's like as if it's like his version of spiritual, okay?
这个是我们给线下做这种广告营销互动的一个平台，它可以很快的识别出你的魅力值，然后表情、戴了墨镜、欢乐值、年龄以及你的性别。那相应的，
See, it had. Let's go back with it.
它可以很快的识别出你的魅力值，然后
See, facial expression, wearing sunglasses.
表情、戴了墨镜、欢乐值、年龄。
How happy you are, your age, okay, and your sex. See, this is the son of perdition's goal, okay.
及你的性别，那相应的它会有一个这个颜值的一个排行榜，都可以在一个后台得到。Yeah, now you are the number one.
But despite all the goofy applications we were first shown, much of the tech since time is developing has serious real-world implications.
这边是我们给智慧城市、平安城市打造的一整套的
smart and safe city, okay? Okay, so as there's a smart, okay, you got your smartphone, you got your smart products, okay? You know, basically Esau wants so-called smart people, okay? He wants a smart city, okay? You know, and that 5G obviously has a grand portion to do with his setup, okay? Because the 5G that's being set up, okay, to give Esau the ability to have high-speed internet. And with that high-speed internet and communication, okay, he's able to do much more things, okay? higher, more advanced technology. Okay, all right. You know, that virtual style. Okay. With the 5G, there's different speed. That speed, they're able to, one example. Okay, they're able to basically operate on somebody. Okay, when that doctor was not in the room, that doctor was in a whole different area. Okay, the doctor was in a whole different area, and he was hooked up to a particular machine, and then he was doing. He was doing the operation but because the 5G was so fast, it's basically as if it was real time. Okay, all right. So it didn't matter how far that person was when they're doing the operation. It was like real time because the communication sent back from every movement that the doctor was doing. Okay, it was basically real time on the patient that was in a whole different area. Okay, so with that 5G technology, he's also gonna be able to do weird stuff, crazy stuff. Okay,
系统。然后呢，这里头细节的我们可以看到很多标签，包括人的着装上身和下身的着装，然后颜色、性别、年龄，然后对于车辆我们可以识别到3000多种的车型，这个包括到具体品牌。那这样一个产品它叫视频结构化，它能够很好的把视频中的一些关键信息提取出来。比如说我今天要找中午11点钟经过这个路口的红色车辆，然后可以很快的把这样一些目标物给检索出来。这个是我们给这是上海外滩的一个场景，我们是给上海外滩的这个摄像头去做了一个人群的布控。
Excuse all the Google speaking. Okay.
左上这张图是一个原始的图片，然后同样的我们可以得到左下这张图是一个人群驻留时间的一个估计。那红色部分表示这些人群在这驻留时间非常长了。
So it can track suspicious activity within a large crowd.
它更多的是能够及时的发现一些异常状况，能够做更实时的响应，来减少损失。
Are you ever bothered by having no anonymity because there are cameras watching all the time?
从我自己的体验来讲，其实对这样的一些事情并不会很。
Yeah, of course you're not bothered. Of course you're not. Moab and Ammon, they're designed, they're very robotic. Okay, they're not. Okay, of course he doesn't care. Okay. Only a sixth of this person doesn't care about Esau knowing every last thing about him and controlling him like a cyborg. Okay? In China, is the country that's right now trying to genetically create super soldiers. Like the heathens are robots and they're heathens. Okay? They're heathens. There's a reason why they're called that. Okay? All right? They're a mess. Of course he doesn't care, okay? But Yahweh Shem Shai's servants care, okay? And we're going to fight this. We're not taking the RFID microchip. The scripture says that, okay? We're not getting along with this style of living. This style of living is disgusting, okay? We want the natural way of living, but not just the natural way of living. We don't want just that. We want perfection. We want righteous perfection, that way of living, not this artificial, twisted, weird style.
担忧，但是呢，像这样的一些算法或者说技术应用到它更多的是能够及时的呢。如果说你真的要做坏事
Oh yeah, and she's talking about the large crowd. They can spot different suspicious activity. So it's literally that intelligent to be able to know that. You see? So just imagine, and Esau, he got that technology, okay? So he can get very intelligent, very what you will call accurate, okay? To be able to read, okay, this behavior, this movements, okay, this means this is suspicious, so we should watch that character, we should watch that guy, okay? Okay? So it's about to get draconian as hell soon.
We're going.
如果说你真的要做坏事，以后就要小心了。但是呢，像这样的一些算法或者说技术应用到实战的场景中去以后呢，如果说你真的要做坏事，以后就要小心了。
But the reach of this technology goes way beyond public areas and increasingly infiltrates private spaces as well.
We're going into a government housing complex. Instead of doormen, they have security cameras with facial recognition technology. And we're going to go see how it works.
它是一个门禁和一个摄像头关联。对。 这个咱们现在看到这个画面呢，是我们的一个，这里边也可以看到保障人员的每个日期它的保障人员的出入情况，非保障人员的和陌生人的一个出入情况。
This is the number of visitors, and this is all of the residents. And this is our most popular person with 142.
然后呢，我们每个月月底的时候会出一个月报，提供给房管局，就是监管部门。因为这是他连续跑了，现在这个项目跑了快1年了，然后可能他累积的比较多。
How much more is your system doing that you're not allowed to show us?
然后工作挺多的，然后我在这边的话不太方便透露太多，希望理解。
See, there's a lot of secret things. See? There's a lot of secret things that they're doing that they won't say. And you know Esau, if it's sadistic mind, okay? So, hey, man, okay? You don't know what he's using that data for, okay? So this is what Esau desires.
In China, there are few protections limiting how much information the government can collect about its 1.4 billion citizens. Everyone over the age of 16 is required to have an official state-issued ID card that the government now wants to use to centralize all that information. And China is investing heavily in tech companies to help transform that government data into a virtually omniscient surveillance network. One of those companies is Megvii. It recently received a capital investment of nearly $500 million, part of which is from a state-run VC fund. But the name chosen for its premier piece of technology is a bit of a tell.
Skynet. What is that?
The Terminator is the favorite film of our founder. So they use the same name, but they want to put something good into this system. The favorite film of our founder. So they use the same name, but they want to put something good into this system.
So, okay, in the Terminator, Skynet is evil, rains down death from the sky. But in China, Skynet is good.
Yeah, that's the difference.
And if you're fooled by that, that's complete and utter stupidity. Okay? They literally named, all right, that system on the Terminator, okay? After that demonic, okay? All right? After that demonic system, okay, that system that was crazy, okay? You know, they literally named the system that they're trying to use right now the same name. And then they're saying, oh, because we want to prove that that system is good. No, it's because they're trying to replicate that same demonic behavior. And it's literally plain in sight, you know? like it's just plain in sight. Esau, man, he flat out wants to be doing these crazy stuff, okay? And these gooks, okay, Moab, okay? He's going hard to implement these different things, okay? You know?
So how do you think your facial recognition technology will change China?
Everything happened in the public can be record. We can know exactly what happened in every second, in every corner of the city. This is a video stream in a subway station by our smart camera, so we can capture every face in real time. Still like some criminal person is out there. There is the red box, so there is a warning to the police station that there is a criminal person, so I need to locate them.
So when it looks out onto a crowd, it's tracking all these faces and it's cross-checking those faces against what?
Criminal database.
And how many fugitives have been apprehended through this system?
Over 3,000 cases in nationwide. Yeah, just one year.
In 1 year?
Yeah, 1 year.
Wow. So what you're working on now already seems like sci-fi. What do you think the future will look like in like 5 years?
Have you seen a film just like a Black Mirror? You just stand there and your face there is a point. So maybe that is the future.
But that's like a horror show.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think that is maybe the kind of the future. Every people have their social points, I think.
If you like spit gum on the sidewalk, it would
Yeah, your points maybe.
and your point would go down?
maybe that is the future.
Yeah, and that sick, nasty, sadistic way of living, that's Esau's desire. I mean, that's just the thing in the video. I'm just saying the same thing, saying that, okay? All right? Whoever wants to get down to this system, get down to American way, is a demon, okay, and has no soul, okay, okay. Black Mirror is a good representation of what Esau wants to do, okay, and a lot of it, what they're talking about, is they're basing it off of what, okay. They're basing it off of their laws, and if you're not following the laws, then obviously you're not going to be able to succeed in the society. So they're building up this nasty artificial way of living, okay, and what you will call succeed in it. You have to be a perfect cuck cyborg that follows Esau's law perfectly. Think like a robotic Edomite, okay, to the extreme where now they're knowing how you're feeling. Now they're knowing everything that's going on in your house. They know what's going on internally. They want to control you that much to where you're a perfect little slave cuck, okay? Following his rules, his way of life, which is all demonic, okay? Or if you don't do this, or if you don't do that, or if you say this thing, oh, now your social points could go down. So now you have to be nice to everybody, kumbaya, okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? They're basically pushing you to be a little bitch, demonic, evil. Okay?
But that future isn't too far away.
Now China's government is testing a new social credit score system which would rank its citizens.
Another thing too, because lots of people are being watched, and obviously they're like, oh shit, I want to do the right thing. So let's say, for example, they're like, oh shit, I want to eat a particular way. Okay? Let's just say, for example, someone may want to get, particular herbs that are good for them. But because they know, the government might think that, oh shit, they may think that I'm trying to, I don't believe in regular medicines. So if I get these types of herbs, then they're going to think that I'm trying to go against them, You know what I'm saying? So then now that's forcing people to buy particular things, think a particular way. It's just all that brainwash. Okay?
Based on their online behavior.
While it won't fully roll out until
See, there you go, online behavior. See, let's keep going.
2020.
So that's another what you'll call aspect of brainwash too, looking at their online behavior, studying them, as well as then people will be scared. And then now they'll be more cautious online too. Okay? So obviously getting data from what people are doing, as well as people knowing that they're getting data, so now they're going to obviously change the way they're behaving. All brainwash.
Starting this year, China will ban people with a bad score from booking flights and train rides. We spoke with a lawyer who represents clients considered to be untrustworthy by the communist government about what this could mean for the future of China. What are the risks of this kind of program?
国家呢现在在搞大数据，在通过各种渠道里收集公民的这个信息，目前已经达到了很先进的地步。无论是道德的或者呢这个诚信道德方面的，还是呢。
Talk about how he wants to improve the people's morality and all that, but the thing is, your code of morality is death. You're trying to force people, scare people, all right, push them to be moral, but the thing is, your sense of morality is death. So you're basically pushing people to a way of death and evil. I mean, that's what it is.
法律制裁方面的力量都不够，而我的感觉是呢，你技术的先进啊，控制手段的这个先进啊，有没有用到，就是说你这个公平的啊？
What do you think of the government's argument that a social credit system will create a more meritocratic society?
这个本来呢是对的啊，就是好人有好报，是吧？你一贯遵纪守法的话，但实际上呢，由于这个前面我们讲的这个两个前提的，就是道德环境和那个法治环境的这个，如果这两个环境不健全，这个信用体系也会变味，会走歪了，甚至会把一个善良的。
Least is already planning face-scanning aquariums as security checkpoints. In Europe, state-sanctioned and private initiatives are testing this technology in multiple locations, from train stations to online classes. And in the US, private companies are investing millions to secure government contracts, which could make machine learning and image recognition a regular part of police work. Law professor Andrew Guthrie Ferguson is a leading expert on big data policing. He spoke to us about the ramifications that these technologies could present. When you look at China's system of facial recognition and video surveillance, what do you see?
I see the future and it scares me. If you have the capability to identify people and patterns, and you can show association about where you go and why you're going.
Private sector. Can you explain the difference?
So much of the story of big data policing has been small startup companies, or even sometimes the big tech companies, that are pushing police to use new technologies. One of the open questions is who owns this data? Take police body cams, right? Right now, there is sort of an arms race of people trying to sell police body cameras to policing all across America. All of that data from all of those officers is actually really valuable for other non-law enforcement purposes. You're really capturing patterns of society. And if the private companies can use that data for other things, even sell it for other reasons, they're going to want to profit it. Part of the reason why we have seen this move toward big data policing is because it sounds like an objective move to sort of turn the page from some of the racial tension we've seen after Ferguson and after Baltimore and after Staten Island to something that sounds more objective. Don't worry, this is data-driven. The problem is the data comes from us. And if you're not cautious about how you're collecting that information and then using it, you're just going to reify the same biases.
So how slippery is the slope we're standing on? How quickly could this be implemented?
This isn't there. We don't have protections to say it couldn't happen. Question about how we react. And I hope we start asking those questions.
All right, so Esau, he sees, he likes it, okay? Esau, he likes it, okay? Edomites, they think that this is a good way of living for the fact of, but they obviously talk about they're scared because, Esau trying to say, oh, is this a violation of, but, that's these lower level Edomites talking that bullshit, okay? The lower level Edomites talking that, okay? But obviously the higher level Edomites, they're all with it, okay? They're obviously be sending more orders down to get more draconian, okay? So obviously the lower level Edomites, they're gonna be talking about, yeah, that's the future, okay? But at the same time, hey, it can be very bad. We don't know if it, but at least they're with it.
Patterns of...
Oh, yeah, and then he was saying basically it's a good thing to look at the patterns of people and all that. And all that data is actually what you would call, for example, like you were saying, the body cameras of the cops, all that data is actually useful, you see? So Esau sees that there is a, even the lower Edomites, they actually see that there's a benefit to it, okay? So you don't think they're going to capitalize on it, okay? Especially because at least that's exactly what they want to do, okay? Okay? So, that's that, all right? And they were basically saying as, there's all these cameras, okay? There's all these, the body cameras and stuff. They feel like that's obviously an obligation because of all the so-called black people, okay? Basically all the crimes that happen to them. So they feel like, oh, we need more body cameras and stuff. So that methodology, that way of thinking, Esau does that a lot, okay? For example, of basically causing chaos, okay? All right? And trying to put order within it, okay? Order up chaos, okay? Where he actually has a problem, okay? Knowing that he's causing the problem, and now he's justified to put in order, but that order he puts in is basically another draconian way of living or another law that's pushing towards a draconian, okay, society, okay? Okay? Now, cops having what you call cameras, I'm not saying that's obviously a bad thing. I'm just saying that basically Esau uses the methodology of creating something bad, okay, some chaos, and then implementing a law that's draconian, a law or a particular thing that pushes to his draconian way of living, okay? Then he causes another bad thing, then he pushes another law. Another bad thing, then he pushes another law. And now those three laws, okay, those particular laws, okay, together they are pushing to a more draconian style of living. It's more draconian now. Just because of those three chaoses, okay? All right? Now that we have those three particular laws that are set up now, okay? So that methodology of him saying, well, we feel because of all the bad stuff going on with black people, we feel like we should be having cameras. That way of thinking is a similar thinking of when Esau thinks of order archeo, okay? You know? So Revelation 13:16, and it calls for all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay? So we're going to continue to bring this scripture out because obviously we're in that season, that time of the mark of the beast where Esau, okay, is continuously, pushing that, okay? Where it's getting close to that, okay? All right? So everybody's going to get this mark, okay? When you go into the word mark, it means charagma, okay? Stamp, incision, okay? All right? And that incision, that mark, that stamping is obviously that chip, okay? But incision is what? Cutting into the flesh, going into the flesh, okay? That's really what the word is going into, charagma, okay? Meaning incision. That's really what's going into, incision, okay? So basically going into incision, okay, going into your flesh, okay, and cutting into it, okay, and having that stamp, okay, that mark. And when you have that, you straight up sold your soul completely, okay? All right? If you take that willingly, you straight up sold your soul, okay? Okay? If you get the mark, if you get the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, if you get that chip, you will be destroyed, okay? All right? And it says no man might buy or sell, so you can't do nothing without it. That's what Esau's trying to do. Have that pure control where you can't buy, you can't sell, you can't do nothing. All right? Your leader just could be a person that's on the outcast. Okay, just some outcast, some random person, Okay. Daniel 12:4, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Okay, so there's a time where obviously the understanding of the scriptures was shut up, okay, where the understanding was not brought out. But we obviously know Yahushua being, it says in Revelations, Yahushua being worthy, okay, he's the one that's worthy to unseal the book, to unseal the understanding, okay, so he's the one that unlocked it completely, okay, all right, the understanding of the book, okay, all right. So in the end time, he did that, okay? In the beginning of the end is really when Yahushua was on the scene, okay, 2,000 years ago, okay? So the book was completely opened up, okay? And it says, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Now that knowledge is obviously the knowledge of Yahushua, okay, this truth, okay? But it's also knowledge, okay, in terms of other stuff too, okay? And a grand part of that is knowledge in terms of technology, okay? All right, so Esau, he got technology, and he's going to use it, and he's going to grow more in it, Okay? Ezekiel 28:3, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. So Esau searches everything, man, and Esau being wise, okay, in terms of able to, find these different things out, okay, the Lord actually, give him the particular knowledge to do these stuff, to build the technology that he got, okay, thermonuclear missiles that he got, you know, to build upon it, you know. Okay, because really a lot of these things Jake really made, but Esau stole it and he just built on it. Okay. You know, but Esau, he did what you would call, he does have wisdom in searching and stuff and actually having that technology. He does have that wisdom there. Okay. But like I said, a lot of it, he really just stole it. Okay. And he just built on it. And then now he's twisting it, using it for mass destruction and death. Okay. But Esau, okay, there's nothing hide from him. So he knows these things. He searches, okay? And his goal is to be, obviously, Mr. I know everything. I know everything that's going on in every single person's mind, okay? You know? Okay? So he got that ability. He got that wisdom, okay? All right? You know, the inspiration from the left-hand side, okay? Satan working with him, giving him these ideas and stuff and the ability to do these things, okay? You know, and Esau's gonna capitalize on that, okay? All right, and he's gonna have the people being tried with the mark of the beast. He's gonna have it out, okay? And then when people take their chip and stuff, they're gonna be living in that wicked ass bubble, fake artificial world that Esau, okay, he's gonna make. And the Lord gave him the ability to make it. That he gave him that knowledge to make it. Okay, so Esau, he's going to capitalize on that knowledge and he's going to use it, okay, make it an artificial demonic realm, okay, you know. So I hope this was edifying, okay, and shalom.